Hello everyone and welcome back to another video brought to you by allaboutparrots.com. As the title suggests, today we'll be briefly discussing the sensitive topic of what to do if your parrot is choking. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at this subject overview. When a parrot chokes, you should calmly identify what it's choking on. If it's a solid object, give the parrot a chance to cough it up alone. If it can't, hold the parrot firmly. Turn it upside down and stimulate its jaw to work the object through. You may also gently massage its keel. With liquid, you should wait for the parrot's airway to clear itself. Just the mere thought of your parrot choking and potentially choking to death is heartbreaking. From personal experience, I've witnessed one of my very own pets pass away in this fashion. It's extremely emotional, to say the very least. One of the best things you can do as an owner, and this will be stated again multiple times throughout the course of this video, is to stay calm. While that can be quite tough, you must fight the urge not to lose your composure. This does nothing but cause harm for both you and for your bird. If your parrot is in distress and notices that you're also in distress, this can add even more panic to your suffering pet. So, before we begin, just remember that it's vital for you to maintain your composure at all times. You must fight through what's going on in an effort to stay focused, stay on task, and not be panicked by what is transpiring. Okay, now that we've covered that ownership point of importance, a quick shout out to you, the viewer. This channel and our website is simply not possible without you. So thank you. We thank you for your time, and we certainly thank you for your support. Now, let's get started. Although it's rare for a parrot to choke, and it's even more rare for a parrot to actually need your help, there are certainly obvious exceptions. In the following subsection, we'll discuss the three main ways or reasons that can cause choking and how you should react. Similar to humans, if your parrot is choking on water, this will be a temporary blockage. The liquid will pass through and the blockage will only last for a second or two. As long as your bird is not submerged in the water, the liquid will indeed pass. While a small amount of water can enter the lungs, your parrot can handle this issue without direct and physical assistance from you. The best things that you can do during this situation is to first make it a point to remove the parrot from the water source. Make sure that your bird is clean and clear of all water until the hazard passes. The next action is for you to remain cool and remain calm. As we noted in our introduction, your pet will only become more excited and stressed if you begin to panic. Speak softly and be of comfort to your parrot. And finally, as it relates to a water hazard, never turn your parrot upside down or press on its keel. This method only works for solid objects such as food or foreign matter. Pressing on the keel during water choking can cause liquid to enter your parrot's air sacs. This can cause suffocation. If your parrot is choking on food, the more direct and physical means can be necessary, as this won't pass as easily as water. Food can become partially or fully trapped in the throat and block your parrot's airway. Whether the object is food or a foreign object, here are just a few steps that you can take. The first measure is to do nothing, at least for several seconds. Give your parrot space and allow your pet to rectify the situation on its own. Here again, intervening immediately can cause even more stress on your bird. The next measure is to remain calm. If your pet is panicking, it will need your comfort and your reassurance. If the throat muscles are relaxed, there's a greater chance of the blockage becoming eliminated. However, if these basic measures do not work, and your parrot is in dire need, then it's critical to take a hands-on physical action approach. Place your hands around your parrot's midsection and hold firm. Do not restrain the head. Next, pick your bird up and turn it upside down. Gravity can play a major assist in forcing out the food or the object as long as your bird continues to cough. If several seconds have passed without any signs of improvement, you are advised to apply light pressure to the keel. This is the parrot's breastbone. Pressing on the bone can help to dislodge any blockage, but here again, please be very gentle. You can easily break the keel if you are not careful. The next course of action, if a resolution has not been established, is to apply alternating pressure on the crop. The crop is the expandable pouch on your parrot's neck that is used to store food. Tap the crop with your finger. The pressure can potentially shake loose the blockage and clear your parrot's throat. Another measure is to simulate regurgitation. by holding your bird's beak between your fingers and applying just enough pressure to simulate the same head bobbing motion that is familiar during regurgitation. This act can force the object out. The final measure is to call the vet as you conduct any and all of these steps. Having an advice line from a professional while you are conducting these measures is vital. Not only can you report what you are hearing and seeing, but a vet can provide you with real time solutions, which can include critical and emergency measures until you're able to transport your pet to the vet. If your baby parrot is choking on formula, it's important to handle the situation similar to that of an adult parrot choking on water. Because formula is purposely kept soft to avoid a choking hazard, it's most likely that your baby parrot is choking on the water content of the formula itself, unless overfeeding is the culprit. The most reasonable course of action would be to remain calm and composed and give your pet space to clear its own airway. If your parrot is not able to clear the airway and get pure breaths, then take your bird to the vet as soon as possible. If the crop is overfilled with soft and gooey textures from the formula, then professional intervention will be critical. While understanding the positive steps to take if your parrot is choking is extremely important, knowing what not to do is just as vital. This includes never performing the Heimlich maneuver. The Heimlich can prove fatal as parrots do not have a diaphragm, therefore making the Heimlich impossible to truly execute. As noted in a prior subsection, applying light pressure to the keel bone is the best course of action for anything even remotely similar to the Heimlich. Now that we've discussed what to do if your parrot is choking on water, solid food, or objects, and baby formula, what are the signs to look for that will identify if your bird is indeed choking? While these symptoms do not necessarily define choking, it does define that if it's actually occurring, if they are independent of each other, but if they are seemingly occurring in a collective nature, your parrot is likely in a form of respiratory distress. Opening of the beak and somewhat of a stuck appearance, a gaping appearance, perpetual coughing, gasping for air, harsh bobbing of the head, wheezing, and extending or attempting to extend its neck and elongate its body. While choking and choking to death can in many ways appear to be the same in terms of visual signs, choking to the point where the situation takes a dark turn can include additional symptoms. Let's take us humans, for example. We've all gotten choked a few times, for just a few seconds likely. The panic sets in. We might raise our arms, walk around the room, etc. But the situation is quickly resolved, usually within a few coughs or a hard swallow. However, if those seconds linger and become 30 seconds or so or longer, the panic can turn to horrific fear, and then, well, things can really take a negative turn. The same can be true for your parrot. If the initial struggle of choking is not resolved in 10 to 20 seconds, your bird can exhibit the following signs: extension of the body and the neck in an extreme degree, harsh bobbing of the head, flapping of the wings, almost in an attempt to escape what is transpiring, and finally, extreme visuals of distress. Pay very close attention to the extended neck visual. As long as your bird continues to do this, that means the blockage is still very much active. Broken parrot toys, seeds, solid food, and jewelry are just a few of the items that can become lodged in a parrot's throat and can potentially result in extreme choking where every second becomes precious. While this is a very sensitive topic, it's always important, as we've mentioned, to keep a level head. Another reason to do this involves non choking episodes. It's keen to know the signs of choking, but it's also significant to know when something is happening and when it's not. Actions such as crop adjusting, the shifting of food within your parrot's throat, regurgitating, vomiting, respiratory illness, food poisoning, and general coughing can all, at least at some point, present visuals that could trigger you into thinking that your parrot is choking. When determining if your parrot is choking or coughing, pay close attention to what's taking place. Is the cough a one off, perhaps just something that happens every once in a while? If that's the case, then your bird is not choking. Additionally, be mindful of the choking symptoms we've discussed. Is your bird in distress? Is it flapping its wings, extending its neck? If none of these symptoms are present, then your pet is likely just coughing. No reason for alarm. Now, while other medical issues could be present and should not be dismissed, choking will introduce some rather vivid visuals that should not be confused with basic coughing. This is important for you and for your bird. You don't want to live in panic and live in fear mode. This will serve you no favors in the long run and will certainly steal a lot of joy from you as a proud parrot owner. And on that note, that will close things out for the video portion of our material today. But if you would like to know more on this very important subject, please visit us at allaboutparrots.com. There you will find a full-length and highly detailed article that can really be of great service and education to you. We value parrots, and we know you do too. The last thing you'd ever want is to see your pet in distress from choking. We hope the material available to you can be a solid guide for you that can enable you to not only know the signs of choking, but the actions you should perform in an effort to be of positive need to your wonderful pet. We're all in this together, so we hope our efforts can go a long way in keeping owners happy and parrots safe. Are you currently watching us offsite? If so, please click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to the article in question. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.